Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Today, I will show you how to clear your schedule and get more time for what's important to you. Back in 2011, I came across an article about time management, which truly saved my college life. I was going nuts. I was going to school full-time, I had a full-time job, and I can say I had a full-time social life too. I was going crazy with so many responsibilities, and I thought I didn't have enough time to do it all. I was frustrated. So this article was really good because it was easy to follow, easy to put in practice what it was told there. And as a matter of fact, after practicing what I learned there, I immediately started taking control out of my time. I found time to do things that were important to me. And even today, almost 3 years later, I still practice everything I learned from this article, and it helps me so much at work. And you all know that work can get pretty busy. And I know that all of you are even busier than I am, because probably you have children, and you have to go to your children's activities, and then we add volunteering, Toastmasters, keeping up with friends and family, and then we ended up with a staggering, seemingly never-ending list of responsibilities and commitments. And the thing is that we try to do too much, and we want to do everything like perfectly. And then we realize that we promised to do this and that, and we don't have enough time to do everything. So the bottom line is that we need to fix this. And that's what the article helps me to do. So the first thing we're going to do is that we're going to keep a time diary. We're going to write down everything we do in 30 minutes increments. Everything. Showering, emailing, meal prep. Yes, this may seem tedious. And yes, it takes time. But experts suggest that this is the first step to change an out-of-control schedule. By knowing how you're spending your time, you can learn how to manage it differently. Perhaps you notice that you spend too much time watching TV, or you spend too much time in the internet. So by using this information, you can tweak your habits and potentially free up several hours. I remember when I was doing this, like I said, I was in college, and everybody was like they look at me with a notepad and a pen, and I was writing down things every 30 minutes. Some people looked at me kind of weird. Some people asked me what it was. I didn't care. I told everybody. Some people were like, okay, this is kind of like a good thing. And the ones that look at me bad, I just ignore them. But trust me, it works. Also, this article suggests to write this diary for at least 2 weeks. That way you have a fuller picture of where your energy goes. The second thing we're going to do is that we're going to practice monotasking. Now, multitasking, it's not my accent or anything. I did say monotasking, which is to practice one thing at a time. So, research suggests that the ability to multitask is not effective at first. The brain can fully focus on 2 things at the same time. That's why we can drive and text, right? So, yeah. So the advice is, wherever you are, be there. Is anybody here right now? Yes? Yes. Good. Okay. So yes, that's the advice. Wherever you are, be there. Choose one project and vow to concentrate on it for at least 30 solid minutes. And if somebody tries to distract you, which more likely is going to happen, assess if they truly need your help, or you can just keep working on what you're doing. Also, when you're practicing monotasking, we're going to start training ourselves to stop reacting. And I know we all get to the office, we start working, and then we get an email notification, and we immediately want to go and check it out. Or our cell phone makes a sound, and you want to go check it out, who just sent us a text message. Well, these instantaneous reactions makes you less productive. So stop reacting, concentrate on what you're doing, and then set time to check your messages. When you're doing this, when you're checking your messages, Also, be very critical about what you give a reply to. Not every message needs a reply. So if it doesn't deserve one, just ignore it. Keep going. The last thing we're going to do is that we're going to schedule our day. We're going to create a calendar. We're going to block out the non-negotiables like sleep, work, meals, commuting, and Toastmasters, of course. Then we add electives, such as exercising, reading a magazine, social events, and please give them as much priority as your non-negotiables. Be a little selfish. Put time in your calendar to do something you really love doing and you rarely make time for it. I think I took this advice a little bit too serious. I do take a lot of time for myself, but I guess that's one of the perks of being single. Also, when you're practicing when you're doing your calendar, do some technology quizzes. We probably spend a lot of time checking emails, Facebook updates, going back and forward between your computer and your gadgets. So at Stanford University, they did a study, and they found out that those who consider themselves media multitaskers made more mistakes, were less effective, and took longer to complete tasks than those that are frequent media multitaskers. So give your brain a break. Power down all the devices, sign up on Facebook, refrain from tweeting, and you will notice how much time you gain throughout your day. While we're doing everything we just said, while we practice monotasking, we keep a diary, and we create a calendar, I want you to think about what you'd rather be doing at that moment. We spend so much time thinking about the musts of life. Must commute, must go to work, must make a meal. And when we think of all these musts, it's easy to lose track of what we truly want and value. As a Buddhist author said, time is life. It is up to each of us to choose how to spend it. So ask yourself, how do you want to spend your time? Madam Toastmaster?